Hello and welcome. So basically, what I did was this drive came out of a Dell. So I took the Dell faceplate off and put the Toshiba faceplate on. And I'm going to go ahead and reinsert that back in. Okay, that goes. Pretty close to match, so we got that back together. We'll go ahead and put all the covers. Actually, since I misplaced one with the screws, I have to put back most of these screws. Well, oh yeah, I have to put one thing I forgot to do was I forgot to put the bracket back on. This is the bracket from the Dell, and this is the bracket for the Toshiba. So we're going to go ahead and put the bracket for the Toshiba back on. Okay, we'll get this figured out shortly here. Well, I see how that goes. So we'll take our handy dandy precision tool screwdriver and we'll get that in position. And I'll grab my needle nose extended pliers. And we'll get the screw started. And we'll get it tightened up right away. So there we go. So that's basically the finished product. Make sure that's in position here. Don't think it's supposed to be sitting that low personally, but to each their own. All right. I'll do the other one off camera real quick. You don't need the most fanciest tools to get the job done either. This one works just fine. It happens sometimes. It slides on the floor. They're cheap ones to begin with, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, that wasn't supposed to go in like that. Oh, jeez. This is what I was afraid of. All right. Ooh. Okay. think I made a slight error and mistake here. I think that was supposed to go on the back side of the. There we go. Not everything's perfect. Well, put that over here. Let's see what happened to that screw. There we go. Yeah, I think this is more correct way of having it done. Now, I've serviced a couple of these laptops before, and you think I'd remember every ins and outs of them, but apparently sometimes you forget every little thing you've done with everything you've. Okay. Oh, good. Didn't drop the screw in the floor this time. So, the beauty of having the faceplate off is the CD drive will stand perfectly straight. So we'll go ahead and put that back in. Okay, try that again. There we go. All right, so we'll get that finished up here. This is a fairly semi-easy job to do. You don't have to have a master's degree to tighten a few screws and take out a few brackets, and anybody can work on computers. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what walk of life you live in, what country you live in, what nationality you are. Anybody can do this. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. All right, let's try that again. There should be a new CMOS battery in there before I put it back together. These damn pesky screws. I'm going to use a needle nose. All right. If you do ever work on your own computers and you wonder why on the bottom of the electronic screws, why there's like a blue like Teflon tape on there. The reason they do that is so when they do that so that, let's say somebody tampers with their computer while it's still under warranty. When the company gets it back, it's like an anti-tamper method of catching somebody, or a computer shop or an IT office, but usually like with business machines, like computers I used to work on when I first got started, like with Omnitex. They had a dip switch inside the case, or not a dip switch. They had a switch in there that the manufacturers at Omnitech had an option, and I'm thinking that they didn't come up with it themselves. That was Phoenix motherboards have that patented technology where you could have a switch that fit over the lid or that sat inside embedded into the case. What you'd do is you'd have it in the case, and then if you lift the cover, it would make a log or key log of how many times it was done, at what time, what day, what hour, and it would tell you what was removed. Really some innovative technology for that time. But if I'm not worried about computers I do in job sites, I'll stick a padlock on the back of it if I'm not worried about it. And there has been times where I've stuck padlocks on computers because I didn't know if the person was giving me a bunch of BS or not. So, ta-da! That's perfect. Now we can insert. Oh, we gotta find the ones. There's the other screw. So, take our screwdriver here. Actually, for best practice here, we'll take our needle nose and get that. This might even be too big of a needle nose to fit down in there. That screw and the caliper. Well, alrighty, that was successful. So now we will put all the covers back together. Hard drive one goes on first. Actually, I think the memory cover goes on first, and then so we'll take this. Excellent. And when you're working on computers or your own computers, or you work for somebody, you always want to make sure that the connections inside are nice and tight and snug. You don't want to put it back together loose. And you want to make sure that all your covers fit properly before you get them into place. And last but not least, we'll put the battery back in. And hopefully, that's the end of the issues with the... Okay. That kind of backfired. Well, so that was kind of. I'm gonna have to tell the customer to be careful with the faceplate. There. Well, she probably won't be using it that often anyway. So make sure that. Yep, that's a good sign. All the lights are. Means that it's starting to charge itself, and we will go ahead and it'll probably alarm itself for a little while at least. Hopefully that fixes it, because I got one more laptop here I could take a drive out of and try to retrofit it to fit. But that was actually kind of a hassle, changing those faceplates over. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit easier than. Well, I had to disassemble part of the drive too. Get the faceplate off of the Toshiba one. The Dell one was a piece of cake. And obviously it doesn't fit as good as it did on the Toshiba one, but the Toshiba drive is pretty much toast. So you can't really pass off a computer like that. Not morally and ethically, so let's just put it this way. So basically, I know it says Nimbus, but actually it's admin. So alrighty, I'll go ahead and we'll get Windows going here. This is a slower laptop, so I kind of got to be a little patient when it comes to allowing Windows time to load. Get out of the way. Very sensitive when it comes to using the touchpad on this computer. Get some of these tools out of the way here. Put some of the stuff back on the shelves. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Alright, Windows is fully up and going. And I still don't see a CD-ROM drive. So that can't be a good thing. Well, what happened to the CD? Oh, it might be. Oh, the other one's here. I have no clue if this is going to work. I have a funny feeling that that was not the problem. So going to device management. Well, the cool thing about, I didn't know if this would work or not, but with this laptop, it actually, even though I can upgrade to 10, but it still has a Toshiba leading innovation logo, and that's really cool. I don't know why, I just kind of like that kind of stuff for some reason. Yeah, just as I was afraid of. That did not fix the problem. Now I got to find a driver. Windows 10 is very picky, even more so than Windows 7 was. Windows 7 had a lot of plug-and-play components that you could, and tricks in making things work. But with Windows 10, it just doesn't quite work as well as I would hope. And I got somebody coming by here tomorrow, and I got to do a little cleaning on that. But hopefully it finds a driver online. I'd be very disappointed if it didn't. But then again, what would the fun of life be if everything turned out the way it was supposed to? And exactly, it did not find another driver suited for this even better. Maybe in here it'll find. Come on, any day now. And I highly doubt that it'll find an update willing to work for the system. Nope. So I guess I gotta go to Toshiba's website and get the driver. Wait a second, this drive is not. I don't get why that wouldn't work with the system. It's dumb enough that you can't. I don't want to be on Edge. Edge is a bunch of crap. Let's get on Brave and see why. Because apparently, with this computer, it's very temperamental when it comes to drivers and components of the computer. Well, apparently I didn't do much with it. All right. I guess you can still buy a new Toshiba laptop. Or you refurbed anyway. No, I'm looking for the official Toshiba support site. So I don't want to go to Dynabook. If I'm getting drivers, I'd rather go to Toshiba's official website. Services and support Toshiba America. That's what I want. Laptops. Satellite. Well, when I went on the site the other day and tried to, I could not get. So what I'm going to do, get my phone out and take a picture of the serial number. That's if I can get the damn phone out of my pocket. All right, I'm going to take a picture. I'll get my phone set up. All right, so I'll flip this thing up. And hopefully we got a good picture. Yeah, I know the battery's low. All right, so we got serial number. So we're going to do the serial number instead of the model number. Because the model number here is L755-S5353. So we're going to put 9B 222602W, and wow, apparently that's not valid. Let's try it again. Nine B 9B2260 2W. All right, we're stuck now because I've tried both combinations. And apparently, I'm pretty much screwed here because neither part works or number works. When you put it in, it does not recognize neither one of them. So much for getting drivers from this website. Why can't Toshiba be like HP and Dell, where it auto detects your computer and you can automatically figure out from there? But apparently that's too much work for Toshiba's former site to do that. So because a lot of times I don't know if it's a faulty key or faulty, because I cannot get it to even go anywhere. So let's see if I can get this going here. So I might pop over to the other screen here. L775 S 5353. Well, apparently my video made it to the web, or one of the search engines anyway. But as far as, I just don't have a lot of options at the moment. It comes with the Core i5 when you look it up, but does not talk about the Intel Pentium processor. So I'm a little bit teed off here. I don't want to buy one. I don't want a replacement screen or battery or a set of memory. I just want more information on the dang thing. I'm not looking for an i5. Well, here we go. All right, that's backlit LED display. 4 gigs RAM. This is has an Intel Pentium B950 processor. The memory is 1333 megahertz. clock that anyway. 5400 RPM hard drive. Oh, it's an HD True Bright LED backlit display with the 1366 by 768 resolution mobile Intel HD graphics with 64 megabytes and 1669 megabytes that's dynamically allocated. Shared graphics memory with Toshiba satellite L755S5353. Laptop comes with DVD, super multi-rewritable dual layer HDMI port webcam built in to LCD bezel, 802 Wi-Fi 6L lithium-ion battery, 48-watt battery for 5.7 hours of life. Laptop runs on genuine Windows 7 Home Premium. Not in this case anymore. It's 10 Home. UC configuration is good enough for daily use. People are very happy with it. Oh, sure, Toshiba 7 has become a hot selling laptop on Amazon. More and more people are choosing it. So I think I'd better share it with you today. That's somebody else's opinions on it, but yada yada yada. Obviously, we read most of the specs on it. And it's all USB 2.0. I believe it's a 2011 laptop. But that's because it's something in the BIOS. Okay, we found okay, I guess that is a common issue with Toshiba laptops is the DVD drive not working. I should remember this because I did run into one earlier this year that had an issue with a DVD drive. Maybe I wasn't able to successfully fix that one either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to and get us a hot fix that is available. I wish I could copy and paste it. Well, this isn't a Vista problem. This is a 10 Windows 10 issue. All right, I think I found. Well, 16 or $9 isn't bad for a DVD drive, but I don't think that's the problem. It's something with Windows and Toshiba that's not allowing it to work the way it's supposed to. And frankly, I don't have the kind of time right now to even sit here for 8 to 10 hours to sit and diagnostic thing to figure out why it's doing that. And frankly, the computer is really not worth that kind of money. What I might even do is just give up on it and knock the price down. I don't know. I'm between a rock and a hard place here because I don't know how to tell somebody that there's something with it that shouldn't. And the thing is, it really hasn't been sitting here for me long enough to actually sit and use it for 3, 4 months. And the reason I do that with computers is when I get them in here, I'll set them up on the side and just use them as if they were my own for a while, just to know the ins and outs. But this one, I didn't quite get around to it yet, and I didn't want to lose a sale, so I kind of made a hasty decision to sell this one, and I'm kind of shouldn't have said anything because it's not exactly. I don't want to pass it off with a DVD drive that's not functioning correctly. And even when I plug the USB one in, it doesn't work either. And I know there's nothing wrong with that because I use that on all sorts of different computers that come in that do not have a drive in. So it's a Microsoft problem, and that's Windows 10 for you. Most stuff never works when you want it to work correctly. That's the thing I hate about Microsoft 10. There's more flaws in it than there is anything good out of it. So Bill Gates never should have retired, and they never should have discontinued free mainstream support for Windows 7 because this Windows 10 business is just utterly ridiculous to even figure out. I was supposed to go to work tonight, but I'm not going to sit there when there's a whole bunch of people sitting around. Well, I don't sit there, but I mean, I'm not going to stand around waiting all night for them to leave so I can either strip or wax the floor or scrub a floor. Yeah, that's just what I thought. Well, maybe Microsoft will be nice enough to have a free hot patch online to make this work. Yeah, we're going to set this as a default browser. But I think I'm going to do this off camera because it's getting kind of late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I wanted to get here earlier today, but due to being on the road working and I had to go to Flea Farm, stock up on some supplies for the church I work for. And then I had to run around and get a bunch of stuff done. So it all gets done eventually. And we will come back tomorrow when things are a little more fresh. I'm probably not going to get here until tomorrow night. So on that note, this is turning into a bigger project than I have time for, but I do not want to lose a sale. So I'm going to have to do my darnest to get this. There's a will, there's a way. Maybe God has some kind of insight on this. We'll wait and see.